was selling were chutneys and jams. So it was basically building it back up. I was buying a lot of things and buying organic, but nobody wanted it. And I was probably 5 years ahead of time, because it was all things like kombucha, kimchi, things like that, which are now the thing sort of thing, and people are buying them. So some things worked, some things didn't, but it was sort of over time you sort of learn what sells and what doesn't. It took us a couple of months. We put in a brand new kitchen and got proper chefs in, and then put more seating. They're obviously covering the cafe, but they're also producing for the deli counter. So we make all our sort of pies, quiches and things. Margins are very important. We've got a multiple that we multiply by, whether it's vatable or not, and we pretty much keep to that. And I'm very lucky in that I've got a manager who just understands what customers want and what customers will pay. We aren't actually that expensive, but we're not cheap, and I don't expect to be. And because that is where we are in the market. Right at the start, when supermarkets were empty, we could get hold of everything. Yeah. We could get hold of flour, we could get hold of yeast. That's me going, we can get everything. How do we get customers? So we had to really use social media, which we'd never really used before. And we did, and we had my stepson and one of our suppliers who just got a van. So he did deliveries for us. It was good getting it in, but it actually died off quite quickly. It was quite sad in that when supermarkets got their act together, everybody went back to supermarkets. But in saying that, it's sort of turned again where people are coming back to us. I think they still use the supermarkets for the basics, but they're coming to us for their cheese, for the unusual sort of nice to have sort of thing. Because I think people want their meals to feel special now. We were so busy building the business up, we hadn't got round to doing the website. And we got this company in, a local company, to help us. So they set up the website as it is. We've got new photography done, and they've been so good, I've actually kept them on. So they do some work for me on a monthly basis. Up until then, so in 4 years, we had sold something like 36 hampers. We are now at about 400. We got corporate hampers as well. So in December, we did about 500 hampers. So we'd gone from like 0 to 500. So what I was saying to the customers was, you're not only helping us, you're helping other local suppliers, because everything we'll put in the hampers will be local. A girl called Louise Ross, who's an author, LJ Ross. In fact, she contacted me just before we went into lockdown, saying she would give me £1,000 every month, get food to frontline workers. From that, we delivered groceries for them, sort of thing, and Louise paid us. And then she expanded it to care homes, and then it was schools. And we were making ready meals, so through Jan, Feb, March, which were very popular. They sort of died off during the summer, but I think we'll start them up again in the winter. We seem to be picking up through word of mouth a lot of catering business, but I would like to try and grow that. And then the other side is events. When we first opened, is we did some events sort of once a month. I think there's probably more appetite for it now. I think we did it too early before we had the reputation. Whereas I think if we did it now, we probably would be able to sell more tickets. Maybe next year we'll start trying to do that. And that's the beauty of my marketing people, is they're pushing me. We offer an initial discount for ordering a hamper if we can have your email address. We're building up quite a client base there. I think that's my role. It's sort of trying to take that strategic role of what do we need to keep doing to make sure the larder is successful and continues to be successful.